Morning, y'all. Happy Sunday. Nice, cold, windy, wet day out here. So, can't wait till I can get outside and start doing these things outside again. But as the weather gets nasty, I'm going to sit in the house. Being Sunday morning, I thought today would be a good day for this type of conversation. I did a video a week or so back on, getting your mind straight, preparing your mind and body for everything that we do. And this week, a couple of things have happened, I guess, if you will, that I've been involved in that kind of made the premise for this video. And I think it's important that we all remember, a little bit about religion, if you will. Okay. And if you guys know, I would put it up in a video ages ago. I'm not overtly religious by any means. Okay. I don't believe in the organized church by any means, and I've got very good reasons for it. Okay. But as for being being a believer, absolutely I am. Okay. I'm a firm believer in, God put us all here for a reason. And what that reason is, some of us figure out, some of us don't, okay? I don't know what my reason for being here is. I think maybe it's to help and educate other people in my own way, just from the jobs I've done in my life, the skills that I seem to have naturally as opposed to educationally. Boy, you can tell it's early in the morning. But like I said, a couple of stories came down this week. I was talking to my cousin yesterday, and mind you, she's 79, lives in the suburbs of Chicago, has lived there her entire life, and she gave me a call yesterday. We talked about once a month, maybe or so, and she had mentioned that her and her husband were getting a little worried about what was going on with lockdowns and everything. Now, mind you, being 79 years old, okay? Now, her husband is a Vietnam vet and PTSD, whole nine yards. And so I can talk to him, but there's, like most vets, there's a whole lot of stuff that they either can't talk about or just don't want to, okay? But the thing that surprised me was when she said they went out and bought a couple of boxes of MREs. Now, they aren't preppers by any means, okay? I have told them many times, if shit hits the fan, come move here with us. We've got it taken care of. I've even offered to build them a cabin here on the property. So if they wanted to move here and still have their own place, they do it. But, they're staying in the suburbs of Chicago. That's where they've been their whole lives. That's where they want to be. I can't blame them. Okay. So, but it was kind of interesting to hear that. There was also a comment that was made by one of you guys, okay, one of the subscribers here, about struggling to get preps going and things like that just for financial reasons, okay? And we all know it. There's plenty of us that, struggle to get by month to month. There's some people that have the means, if they want to go out and buy, 6 weapons today, it's like, oh, okay, fine, just pull out a wad of cash and do it. Okay, most of us aren't like that, okay? But where I'm going with this is kind of the thought of, God helps those who help themselves, okay? He will put you in somebody else's life or put somebody else in your life because maybe you can assist them in some way, or maybe they can assist you. And those are important things to remember as we're going through everything that we're going through now, everything that we're prepping for, whole nine yards. We're not alone in this, okay? Even if you are, just you or just you and a spouse, and you have no mag or anything like that, you aren't alone. All right. God is still watching out for you. All right. One of the things, another thing that I truly believe is, God will only give us what he knows we can handle. All right. He's not going to put you into a situation where it's just completely hopeless. You may put yourself in that situation, but God's not going to put you there. Okay. So as I look at this, what I think about people doing is we're building a great community. Okay. Not just here. I mean, preppers as a whole, we're building a great community. We are, because of all this, able to get the word out a little bit. People don't think we're crazy. So, this is a really good time to offer to help somebody get started. Okay, even if it's starting with the basics, rice and beans. Okay, even if you're talking, I mean, literally, that was what I told my cousin yesterday. Hey, you know what I'd suggest? MREs are extremely expensive. Why don't you guys go out and buy yourself, 20 pounds of rice and 20 pounds of beans? They store easy and they're cheap. So sometimes we have to back up all the way to the original building block of prepping to help somebody else out. We all were there. We all remembered the first day. It's like, okay, I'm going to do this. And, our head was just spinning. We're like, where in the hell do I start? And, once you got going, okay, things started to fall into place, and now you started to pick out more specifics of what you need. It's like, okay, I've got the rice and beans covered. Now, what am I going to do for water? And, now what am I going to do for self-protection? Or, whichever direction you went. Okay. But everybody had to start somewhere. And that was all different to us. It's not something you normally think about in your daily life. It's a mindset. Okay. But the one thing that all of us have in common, regardless of anything, skin color, language you speak, whatever it is there is, on some level, okay, some belief in a higher power, okay? And if it's, and again, here, I don't care if you're Christian, Jew, Hindu, Muslim, Rastafarian, pick one, okay? There's a higher power, and that higher power inevitably all funnels into the same entity, if you will. But that higher power is watching over you, okay? And there is good and evil. And my personal belief, I believe everybody is born good. I believe that some choose to be evil, okay? I don't think anybody's born evil. If we're all made in God's image, God's not going to make anybody evil. So I think that was a choice that people made to basically forego God in their life. And okay, I'm going to be Hitler, Mussolini, Pol Pot, pick one, Jeffrey Dahmer, I don't care, pick one. Look for the good in all of this. Look for the good in people, because you may have something to offer them. They may have something to offer you, but we all know one thing we can do for anybody else is help them, okay? It doesn't have to be financially. It doesn't have to be physically. Maybe it's emotionally, especially in this time right now. Emotional help is probably the biggest thing that you can give somebody. People are freaking out, okay? They're scared. They're worried. What's going to happen to the country? What's going to happen to the world? What's going to happen to their household? What's going to happen to their kids? You can go on a grandiose scale. You can go on a very minute scale. But, people out there, for the most part, are worried. Us, for the most part, have pretty much put that worry behind us, okay? We've prepped for it. We think about this stuff, some of us 24/7. But, go out, and if somebody's open to it, educate them a little bit. I'm not great at it, okay? I try, all right, to get people to prep, to look past the tip of their nose. Uh, Occasionally, rarely, I'm successful. And when I do hear, like my cousin yesterday saying that they went out and bought MREs, I mean, silently, I was doing cartwheels. I was excited, because I'd brought up in conversations I'd had with them before, that I've got, 6 to 8 months of food stored and, yada, yada, yada. And if anything happens, I'm okay. Which makes her feel better knowing that we're okay. But it was also able to plant the seed to her to make sure you're okay too. You got a place to go, that just in case, but, considering circumstances. So, I don't want to say, put your faith in God, don't worry, God will provide. I don't believe in that, okay? God helps those who help themselves, all right? And if I help myself by storing food and keeping my security up and keeping my self-defense up and everything like that, God will help me, okay? If I just decide, I'm going to stand on my front porch and wave a Bible, that's not going to do me a whole lot of good, okay? It's not like food's going to fall out of the sky all of a sudden for me. So, here it is being Sunday. What I just wanted to tell everybody today, take a step back and be grateful for what you have. And maybe if you've got just that tiny bit extra, maybe give it to somebody else today and tell them why you have it and why you're able to get it. That, hey, I've been putting away for a rainy day for, months or years or whatever it is, and I've got 6 extra cans of Raviolios, and I thought maybe this would help you just in case something gets weird and, you can't go to the store for 6 months. Here's a start for you. And maybe it opens their eyes, okay? Have a little faith. Have a little faith in each other. Have a little faith in God. Have a little faith in your fellow man. Again, we were all born good. Some people just chose to be evil, right? And, let your good shine out. I think that's probably the most important thing you can do, just to maybe relieve your stress and make you a little happier today. The holidays are coming. Thanksgiving is less than 2 weeks away. Hopefully we all have something to be thankful for. And, maybe you have the opportunity to give something to somebody else to make them thankful for. Personally, something I've done a lot of times, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it anymore because I'm not near a military base, but anytime we've lived somewhere that's been near a military base, I've always had a couple of soldiers, sailors. I think I've had everybody. No, I've never had Coast Guard, but soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines. I've all had them over for Thanksgiving dinner. Usually get 2 guys who don't have family to go home to or whatever, and just bring them on over and say, hey, sit down for a meal with us. This year, it may be going to the local VFW and see if I can talk to them. And if there's somebody that doesn't have a place to go, that will be my idea. But, you can give back a little bit to the community if you're able, okay? Because obviously there's some people here who need to be on the receiving end of that, and that's completely understandable. I mean, fortunately, I'm in a place where I can be on the giving side. But, have a little compassion for your fellow man going into the holidays here. Remember what the holidays are all about, what we're giving thanks for, what the true meaning of Christmas is, and keep that in mind with your preps. And I know this isn't your normal prepping video, but if you haven't figured it out already, I don't make your normal prepping videos. So have a good Sunday, guys. Enjoy it. Something to think about for the day. Take care, y'all. Pinball out.